Guy Gadowsky is in his fourth season as the head man of Penn State's Division I hockey program. Also helped PSU make the transition from club to varsity level. Kind enough to join us now here on the Hockey Report from our campus studio at Penn State. Guy, you're top 15 in the USCHO poll. You're top 10 in the pairwise. What have been the keys to your early season success?
Well, goaltending for sure. I mean, it seems that the whole team plays better when you have great goaltending. Your defense is better. You have the puck more. Really, I think the great goaltending that we've had from both Eamon McAdam and Matt Scoff has been a major factor in all of it.
You do continue that rotation between Eamon and Matt. A lot of coaches would like to just stick with one guy. Why do you believe in the theory that two is better than one?
Well, we're not committed to it, but the way things are going now, it's you don't really need to fix something if it's not broken. Both guys are playing tremendous. I think having two gives the team confidence, so far so good.
You ride a 9-game unbeaten streak into the holiday break. How much has that early season success affected your team's expectations of what's possible at the end of the road?
You know, I don't know. It's something we haven't really talked about. I think every week we just try to get better. I think everybody's very happy with what's happened so far and recognize that we've had a pretty good start. But at the same time, we've only played 2 games in the Big Ten, and every time Big Ten teams get together, I mean, it's a little something special. It's a little bit something extra, and there's a long way to go in that regard. So we're enjoying the good start, but certainly we understand that doesn't mean anything down the road.
Guy, of the 9 players who've reached double digits in points this season, the breakdown is so balanced. 3 seniors, 2 juniors, 1 sophomore, 3 freshmen. How important is that balance, not just for this season, but for building a consistent winner?
Well, I think consistently, obviously, that's very important. But for us, I think it's part of the plan. We've always felt much more comfortable when we have scoring from all over, and not only the 4 lines, but also 3 deep pairings. So it's something that we've really strived for. I don't think we really had that last year. I think a lot of our scoring came from one line, and in the end, I think that was a little bit of our downfall. I think we were a little easier to play against, whereas now we're getting scoring from everywhere, and it certainly makes us difficult to play against.
One of those freshmen, Chase Berger, leads the team 10 goals in 16 games. What makes him special?
It's funny because it's not his goaltending that makes, or his goal scoring that makes him special. He's special because of what he does all over the ice, away from the puck and in his D zone and the neutral zone. I mean, I think what makes him special is he's really a complete player. The amount of goals that he's scoring lately has people thinking of him a little differently, but the way we feel about him here at Penn State Hockey is just as a complete hockey player, as a great teammate to us. That's what makes him special.
Guy, it's hard to believe, but you're coming up on the end of that first cycle of recruiting as guys like Tommy Olczyk, who started with the club team, now play their final varsity seasons. How have your recruiting and your player evaluation systems evolved over the past 4 to 5 years?
Well, I think a lot of the credit for everything we do has to go with those guys that we recruited early. Certainly no more important than Tommy Olczyk, who was here from day one, who had a great big picture thinking of what it takes to build a foundation and what it's going to mean to him down the road to look back and be proud of what happened. But certainly guys like David Glenn and his class are the same way. They're great people. They very much understand the foundation that they're building. They very much understand that it's more about the quality and how they act and how they represent themselves than it really was for success on the ice at the start. And as we move forward and as they were very successful, it becomes easier to attract better and better players that are going to fit better into Penn State and what we do.
Guy, so much has been made of a recent Big Ten proposal to limit the age of incoming freshmen to 2 years past their expected high school graduation date. Anyone enrolling in college after that time loses a year of eligibility. What's your take on both the proposal and the backlash from some other leagues?
Well, I think as a proposal, it really started when we were asked at the start if expansion is a priority for us. And the answer was absolutely yes, not only in the Big Ten League, but in NCAA hockey itself. And one of the comments was that, we don't really fit a traditional educational model. And for some at the presidential level, that's of concern. So after that, we were, discussed the success of the Big Ten Network and NCAA basketball and football, and the question was asked how we are with the NHL, since they are very much in line with the NFL, NBA, and it's we've long been criticized that we're a little too old. So So in that standpoint, those are 2 points. And then looking at the state of college hockey and the number of players that are pushed off and pushed off and pushed off year after year, I don't think anybody is happy with that. I think that's something that we all would like to correct. So this one proposal sort of takes care of those 3 issues. So I feel it's an excellent proposal. I think it would be a really big benefit to college hockey. As far as the backlash goes, I think, because of the timing of the proposal, I don't think we really had a chance to really state what points were made and why we feel the way we do. So I'm hopeful that when we do that I think there will be a little bit of a different feeling.
Lastly, Guy, you and I have spoken about the possibility of expansion and the possibility of a one-sport school, most notably Arizona State. Really interesting to read about the Sun Devils this year, what a good year they're having. They're being pursued by several leagues, and they point out that the model that they would like to follow is the model that you have constructed at Penn State. The success and the support from the school community as a whole, how does that make you feel as the architect of that program?
Well, I'm just along for the ride. I'm certainly not the architect. Terry Pagula is definitely the architect, as well as Penn State University, and they've done a tremendous job. Personally, I'm really happy to be a part of it, and it's been a great experience and a great education. And I think in the way that Penn State was a catalyst to what's going on at Arizona, I think that hopefully both of us could be a catalyst to many more programs down the road. I think we've had a tremendous amount of success as a program. A lot of passion has been brought by the hockey program to the university, a lot of fun. I'm sure the same thing's going to happen at Arizona State, and I hope that more and more universities will see this and want to do the same thing.
The always humble and well-spoken Guy Gadowsky, Penn State head hockey coach. Guy, as always, appreciate the time.
Thank you very much, Rick.